Yes, you made it. We're here, module number 7, repeat and rock it to success. I just want to say great job. The fact you're here watching this, hearing my voice is amazing because a lot of people give up. A lot of people get busy, they get distracted. And the fact that you've made it this far shows me that you are a massive action taker, that you're committed to not just learning, but ultimately your success as well. So I'm really excited because what we're going to talk about in this module is some strategies for lasting over the long haul. I mean, what I'm teaching in VRA is what I still do in my brand for my business week after week. I look for the video ideas. I, do the release module. I do the ranking module. This is my process. And this module is all about repeating that now over and over to build a library of ranked videos and to build momentum over time. But let's just remember the system, right? It's what we keep working over and over. We want to always start with the end in mind. What's the point of this video? And what's the point of my YouTube channel in general? And what's the vision of the brand and business that I want to build online, or just the side project that I want to build? Always start with the end in mind, and then work backwards. And then we research, right? We go through, we find those video ideas that we learned a lot in that module. So if you ever want to return to it, I encourage you to go back, dive in, and really get the nuances out of that. Once we got our video ideas, we record the video, make sure that we follow a solid framework so we can get people to stay engaged, create quality content. Then, of course, we release it. How do we title it? The description, the tags. And then what do we do after it's public? We make the video public, go through the ranking module, tap into the power of playlists, share it on social, tap into the power of backlinks, and then learning a revenue module just last in learning all these different ways to do revenue. I really recommend starting with just one or two and focusing on a few at first. But as you grow, continue to scale and add revenue streams to your brand overall. And then we repeat the process. And there's a few things that we can do to kind of make this more sustainable so we can last over the long haul. And one of the things that happens as you do this over and over and over again is you get the big mo. What's mo? It's momentum. The more ranked videos you have equals the more views, the more subscribers, the more leads, the more sales, and the more influence you can build online. And it just snowballs as you have videos out there that are getting 1 view a day, that are getting 1 view a week, that are getting 10 views a month, or that are getting 20 views an hour. Videos at all different levels, so long as they rank in search. If they are getting continuous views, then they're building your brand on autopilot. And the more videos, that's what I want you to do. Keep making videos, keep posting them to YouTube, keep being strategic. The more videos that you rank, the more momentum that you can build. So let's just talk about a few strategies for going the distance, right? Because if you've been this far and you have a few videos on YouTube, you know that this does take work, right? It does take energy, but if you do it right, it's work that you do up front, but then those videos work for you even when you're not working. But what are the best strategies for going the distance? Well, the first strategy is batching videos. Once I did this for a while, what I would do is I would set up my lights, and get the camera going and put in the SD card and clean off the SD card and plug in a mic and then sit down and edit the video and go through the whole process one video at a time. But eventually I kind of discovered this process of batching. And what I mean is, what I would do is I would shoot 4 videos at once. Sometimes I might shoot 8, sometimes I might shoot 10. It depends on what your bandwidth is, or at least 2, anything more than 1. Because if you're already going to set up your lighting and plan some videos out, why not do a batch in a row? Then if you're releasing 1 video a week, then that is a month's worth of content. You would only have 1 shoot day per month, and that would be, 12 shoot days a year. So now it's becoming a lot more manageable. You could have a weekly video show on YouTube by just having 1 shoot day a month. And honestly, if you shoot 8 videos in 1 or 2 days, that could be 2 months worth of content just to stay committed to a strategy of 1 video a week. And so for more on batching and my actual process, I recommend this video. If you've never watched it, we'll link to it in the show notes here inside of your membership area. But this is kind of the checklist I go through. Everything from the fact that if I sit on this couch and batch some videos, I have 4 shirts that are just over to the right here on the railing, and I could just switch shirts per video. Again, just practical things like that. so that a batch can work, and yet it seems fresh and new every single week when I post a new video on the channel. Another strategy is that you can recreate old videos. So if you ever, one of the most powerful areas inside of your creator studio, if you've been doing YouTube for a while, is your top 10. What I recommend is always going in there. What are your top performing videos? A lot of times they are videos that are old. Sometimes it's not your newest stuff. It's a few videos that are kind of like grandfathered on your channel. They're the highest performing. Well, there's a couple things to learn from those. Number one, definitely do more of the same if it's already working and it's what you're kind of known for and what you're getting traffic around. But also recreate some of those old videos, especially if there's any updates. So maybe there's updates to the products, like I do a lot of times, best camera for YouTube, but it changes every year because new cameras come out. Maybe something in your industry, in your topic, software that you use. Something that is related to your niche. If there's been an update, it might be a reason to do a new video. Maybe it's a new season, a new year, best tips of whatever year. And then the next year, there's new tips. Maybe it's a new season and you can tap into something. Or maybe has technology advanced? Is 4K a thing? Is 8K a thing? Did you just upgrade your content? YouTube loves the latest tech. It never is what will make or break a video ultimately ranking. But if all things are equal, and one video is in 4K and one video is in HD, YouTube gives preferential treatment to the higher resolution. It values content the most and engagement. But things like that, if you have some new technology, maybe you had an old video that was great that you just want to recreate. And you could do that by looking through your highest performing videos and maybe making a fresh version. But again, ultimately right now it's time to take action. Reverse engineer, start with the end in mind, right? Research. At this point, as we've been going through, you definitely should have a list of 10 to 30 videos that you can make now. And so look through those. Don't ever try to make all 30 at once, but always be building that list of research and continue to do research. Record. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to add value. The thing that's important is not the production value. You want some good lighting. You want the audio to sound good. You want the picture to look all right. But it's the content value that matters most. It just has to add value. If someone types in a search term, what they want is the answer. They want the best piece of content for that question. So what they probably don't want is they don't necessarily want to be entertained, or they don't want to see how crispy the video footage is. That stuff's important. It matters. It matters to me. But again, what they want more is the actual value. If they have a question, they have some sort of a pain point, they're just looking for the answer. And so don't get too hung up on what camera or what lighting, but record a video that adds value and serves the exact search term that you learned in research. Then you release it, and don't cut corners here, right? Once your video's done, once it's edited, that's 50% of the time. I want you to spend the rest of, if you spent 2 hours to reverse engineer, to find a video idea, to record it, I think you should spend 2 hours releasing it and ranking it. So don't cut corners. You'll be glad 3 years from now that you did it. Do the steps in ranking. The majority of people stop here, so this is how you can beat the competition. Do everything in those modules, and if you haven't reviewed the videos in ranking, definitely do it, because every step can help get your video to rank. And then revenue. Keep creating multiple streams of revenue. Keep adding revenue streams when appropriate. Don't try to do too many at once, but keep adding more revenue streams over the months and even years. And then repeat. Do it over and over again, and you can build an empire of influence and income. And so I actually want to connect with you. So switch over to the next video. Let's jump on camera. And I want to just say congratulations for coming this far. And I have a few final thoughts for you in the next video.